Okay, it's going to be a review of Final Battle 2016. This was Ring of Honor's return to the Hammerstein Ballroom. I think this is the first time they've been in the Hammerstein Ballroom since the New Japan show from May of 2014. So it's been quite some time, and it was a great decision to go back to the Hammerstein. I thought this crowd was great. It felt like more of an Attitude Era ECW type adult-oriented crowd. You know, no kids in the crowd. No teeny boppers. I just thought this whole pay-per-view, I thought it was a great show. I thought this was probably the best Final Battle since Final Battle 2010. So let's get right down to it. We have the Rebellion, Kenny King and Rhett Titus of the All Night Express, teaming up with Caprice Coleman, Cedric Alexander's former tag team partner. So this is trios action. Those three guys team up to take on the Motor City Machine Guns and Donovan Dijak. To be completely honest, this opener didn't really blow me away. I thought this was, I thought the show kind of got off to a slow start, so I'm not going to say this is your typical hot opener. There was some moments of greatness here from Donovan Dijak. He's just a really big dude with a lot of coordination, a lot of skill. He's a hell of an athlete for his size. You know, it wasn't really a show-stealing performance from the Machine Guns. And, you know, Kenny King and Rhett Titus did get a lot of heat. You know, they I wouldn't say it was particularly good heat as well. So there we go with that. Next up, we have Silas Young taking on Jushin Thunder Liger. So in the build-up to this match, Silas Young was antagonizing a fan dressed up as Liger and basically mocking his whole career, saying that he's not a real man because he hides behind a mask. You know, I could have done without this match. I get why this was on the show. I think anytime you have Liger on a show in the United States, it's going to draw people to the show. And this Hammerstein Ballroom was looked like it was sold out. I remember Final Battle 2012, the upper balcony was empty. So from here, it looked like this whole arena was, or the whole Hammerstein Ballroom looked pretty full to me. But you know, just good stuff, but nothing must see here. You know, Silas Young actually goes over Liger. Next up, we have Dalton Castle taking on Colt Cabana. This is great stuff, man. I love Colt Cabana as a heel. He comes out with new theme music. I thought Castle looked great. I thought this match was a lot of fun. Not a spectacular match in terms of star ratings, but just I just love the atmosphere, the crowd participation. You know, Cabana got a lot of heat that I didn't really expect. Him going over as a heel was great. And this shows you how I don't want to say smart, but this just shows you how quality the crowd was. There was all these CM Punk chants, or a little bit of CM Punk chants, and then they were kind of drowned out by boos, which is a good thing. I don't think Punk name should be you know, chanted on this show. And I think that's one of the things that kind of hurt these Hammerstein shows a couple years ago. It was kind of filled with WWE chants and WWE fans kind of, you know, it was kind of overshadowing the actual ROH product. And here, you know, it was kind of a throwback to the golden era when the fans would kind of police some of the smart asses in the crowd, and it worked here. So yeah, I love Cabana as a heel. He really hasn't gotten a chance to show what he can do as a heel. Even when he was a heel back in 2003, he was kind of like the goofy, funny baby or funny heel that was kind of following, you know, CM Punk every step of the way. So never really got a chance to really be a heel and have freedom to do it. And I just wish him the best, man. I think this guy's ultra talented. Very multi-dimensional. I'd welcome seeing him, you know, have the ROH championship as a heel. I just think that you know, he's great in feuds. He knows how to, you know, create drama during a feud, Cabana, and as a heel, I'm just excited to see, you know, how far he can go, especially, you know, with all the stuff that's come out. You know, a lot of people even said that, you know, meeting Cabana a couple years ago at a PWG show, he kind of acted like a dick, not really the guy you would envision him to be, and plus there's a lot of frustration there with, you know, him and CM Punk, and, you know, possibly getting sued, getting fired by the WWE, getting fired by Jim Cornette. So you have all this tension there in Cabana, and I just think he's ready to explode right now. So I'm really excited to see what happens. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes taking on Jay Lethal. And this is good stuff, man. You know, once again, Jay Lethal is getting a lot of respect since he won the ROH World title. Christopher Daniels actually was on commentary and came out and said that Jay Lethal might have been the greatest champion in ROH history. So you're getting these statements of Jay's Ring of Honor title reign being one of the best from a multitude of different areas, which I think is great. And it's also cool that Jay is sticking around. You know, so many times when a guy loses the ROH title, he leaves the company or goes somewhere else. But if Jay could just stick around and kind of be like a draw on the undercard, like Samoa Joe was back in 2005, or not even in the undercard, just be, an extra guy on the show that could draw people to the show, I think that would be huge. As a supporting player, I think it's very important for the champion that loses the belt to stay and help out the rest of the roster. So there we go. Cody Rhodes turned heel here. He was very, it kind of broke the code of honor. It kind of used the referee to his advantage and, gave Lethal a low blow. And, it's just a new sign of direction for Cody Rhodes. I think it's the right call. The match wasn't spectacular, but it was really entertaining, and it definitely had a great atmosphere. I just thought it was really, really good stuff. Next up, we have the Kingdom, Matt Taven, TK O'Ryan, and Vinny Marseglia taking on Kushida, Lio Rush, and Jay White in trios action here. So to be honest with you, some of these guys from the Kingdom, this is my first time watching them. The Kingdom kind of took the crowd out of this show for a little bit here. And then as the match progressed, I really thought Kushida and Lio Rush really, carry the bulk of this match. I think both of those guys looked awesome. Very, very slow start. There was parts of this match where it dragged, but by the end, it ended up being a pretty awesome trios match right here. Kushida hit a beautiful suplex. Just some wicked and vintage spots from Lio Rush. I just thought he looked great. So it ended up being great action here, even though I thought the Kingdom, I just felt like their offense kind of took the crowd out of this match. So, but I'm happy for Matt Taven, though. He's getting a chance to show what he can do after a disaster at last year's final battle with him tearing his ACL. 1 year later, he's the leader of his new stable. It's going to be a process for this stable to really break out and make a name for themselves, but still ended up being a good match. So next up, this is when the card really picks up. The last three matches I thought were really incredible. Just definitely you had three consecutive quality matches right here. So Bobby Fish's, I believe sadly his mother had passed away, so he wasn't involved in this match. But at the same time, I would say that for this occasion, I think it worked. I think Fish not being involved in this match kind of took the handcuffs off these guys. Obviously, Fish is a veteran. He probably has his own ideas, his own style, that they would have to, adjust to. But here, all these guys are kind of in the same boat with Marty, Scurll, Dragon Lee, and Will Ospreay. So they kind of, I don't know. I would say that this match just featured a lot of teamwork. It was every man for themselves, but I just felt like all these guys were clicking on all cylinders. The chemistry was there. Ospreay got a huge pop. The pop he got for the first time in New York City was great. And you could tell it's guys like him that are going to bring, new fans or fans that really weren't that interested in Ring of Honor over the last couple of years to these shows. And, so Ospreay looked great. He busted out everything. He lived up to the hype without a doubt. Marty looked great as well. He just won the television championship over in London from Bobby Fish, and he successfully defended it here. This match had crazy athleticism, crazy spots, crazy sequences here. Just a lot of awesomely executed maneuvers here, especially from Marty Scurll. There was a springboard. I don't know. I forget what it was. It was kind of a springboard moonsault, but Scurll countered it into the crossface chicken wing. I thought that was incredible. Just all these guys came to play here. This is a very, very important match. I'm sure these guys are nervous because it was their first time in Ring of Honor in the United States, in New York City, and they really got to show what they can do. This match definitely over-delivered. I'll probably say the second best match of the night. Next up, you have the Young Bucks and the Briscoes. For the tag team titles. This was awesome stuff. I mean, this is the first time, not the first time, but, we've seen so many times the Bucks and the Briscoes go at it. I don't, none of their matches really blew me away, but they've wrestled a lot on the HD Net tapings, even going back to Glory by Honor 8, Bryan Danielson's last Ring of Honor show. They actually wrestled at that show as well, but from my memory, this was better than anything they've ever done before. This was definitely the match of the night. even though we've seen these teams face off so many times, it was just refreshing for Ring of Honor to go back to, just tag team versus tag team. We've seen a lot of 4-way tags, 3-way tags, but this is just classic stuff. I mean, the ending, the super kick sequence at the ending is the best super kick sequence I've ever seen. I believe it was actually 10 consecutive super kicks to put the Briscoes away, but everything was great here. The Briscoes look great. The Briscoes, they kind of changed their style over the past couple years. They've went away from their 2007 high flying style, but here they kind of, mixed things up and, did some experimental stuff here. They brought back some of the high spots. Mark looked great. Mark busted out some really, groundbreaking, innovative offense here. So once again, guys, this is great. Great near falls, great crowd. The Young Bucks were over as hell. There was 1 million super kick party and Young Bucks shirts in the crowd. So just a quality tag match right there. Awesome stuff. Next up, the main event, we have Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly for the Ring of Honor World title. No disqualification match. You could just call this a fight without honor, but either way, man, it definitely worked. I can't really decide what was better. I just saw their match at Supercard of Honor 10 Night 2, which was a no holds barred match. That was awesome. Both guys killed each other there, and once again they put their bodies on the line and they destroy each other once again. I mean, it was really a sight to see. I think they kind of force things a little bit with Kyle's blade job and the the thumbtacks. I would have liked to have seen this be more of a straight up, pure wrestling match, because we had just gotten the no holds barred match at Supercard of Honor weekend. So I thought it would have been nice to kind of go back to being a pure wrestling match, but at the same time, it kind of shows a sense of urgency that they really wanted to deliver here, so I have no problem with it. Adam Cole was definitely more over. There was Adam Cole chants before the show even started, so I think that's a good sign for Cole. It's showing that his promos are resonating and connecting with the Ring of Honor fan base, which is very, very important. O'Reilly seemed to get a little bit of boos at first. He kind of got booed on some of his punches and some of his strikes in the beginning, but as the match progressed, O'Reilly's such a great wrestler. I felt like he had the fans, slowly but surely, he got the fans back on his side. And once again, this is just a war. Crazy table spots. O'Reilly and Cole were, they basically were choking each other out, and both guys would collapse through the table. I believe there was another table spot where O'Reilly looked like he almost broke his back. Like I said, they brought out the thumbtacks. They brought out the chain once again that they did at Supercard of Honor. So the ending, you had Cole and O'Reilly both take a bump on the tacks, but here O'Reilly actually makes Cole submit with the triangle. I believe it was either a triangle choke or a Fujiwara armbar. I can't remember exactly what it was, to make Adam Cole tap out while they were just sitting on the tacks together. So that was this was definitely a great main event. I thought it was a great moment to see O'Reilly win the belt. He definitely deserves it. I think that the timing was right. Adam Cole has gotten a chance to shine as the champion, so I'm glad that O'Reilly's gonna get a chance. But I kind of felt like Adam Cole was heading in more of like an Austin Aries for his second. Remember Aries' second title reign? I thought it was kind of going to be more like that reign. But Adam Cole's second reign was kind of short for Ring of Honor standards. But really happy for O'Reilly. The guy's a hell of a talent. You could book O'Reilly in a lot of exciting matchups and quality matchups, because he's that good and he's a hell of a wrestler. Even though he's won the PWG title before, this felt like more of a crowning achievement because of the lineage and the history of the Ring of Honor World title. So yeah, just a lot of matchups I want to see. I think the first thing I thought of was Davey Richards. I was like, wow, Davey must be proud watching this, because Kyle O'Reilly's kind of like his son. So maybe that will make Davey change his mind about Ring of Honor, and maybe Davey could be kind of like a part-timer for ROH. I wouldn't mind that. I think Supercard of Honor weekend, Davey versus O'Reilly. I can't think of a better main event than that. So yeah, no doubt about it. So yeah, this is definitely a great final battle. Everybody check it out. I thought the last three matches definitely over-delivered. thank Ring of Honor for returning to the Hammerstein Ballroom, because Final Battle just didn't feel the same without the Hammerstein Ballroom. So if you guys were there, if you guys saw the pay-per-view, let me know what you guys